You're blocking the item list, please? Bro, every item you get puts some stuff on your face. Just look at my face. I got Maggie's doll. I got Tiny Tomo. I got this fly following me around. I got Black Candle. Just derive it, bro. Guy who gets a face tattoo every time he picks up an item IRL. Could be. It could be. Yeah, I think I know him. I think his name's Pete Davidson. That you're just describing Pete Davidson, bro. Nah, I'm playing. Isn't he getting them removed? You know Pete Davidson? Yep, we go way back. I knew him when he was on Friday Night Live. I said, don't do it that way, you'll never make a dime. I gotta say, an LOL all caps from Prezzo hits, man. Getting an LOL from a partnered streamer is worth like 10 times more than getting one from an affiliated streamer, which is worth 100 times more than getting it from a chatter. One laugh from Prezzo is worth 10,000 minus twos. Always with the affiliates. What if they became a partner in like 2008? You're talking about me. How did you get partnered? Oh wow, you did it the easy way. Grinding on your stream for like several months to several years, getting some attention, cutting up your videos into clips for socials, gradually parlaying that into extra momentum, never taking any days off, fostering an inclusive and supportive community. Congrats. I did it the hard way. Some of us actually worked for it. Getting invited to a media event in 2013 and being randomly seated next to a guy who worked at Twitch, and then saying, I've been thinking about streaming a little bit lately, and he said, no problem, send me an email, we'll partner you. It's that simple. I had to do it, bro, all you had to do was send an email. I had to fly to Iceland, okay? They say it's not what you know, it's who you know, but it's not even like who you know, because I didn't really know him. We were just making conversation. And he said, sure, I'll change your life. Grateful for that. It's who you sit next to. Big ups, Paradox. Thanks for sitting me next to John at ParadoxCon 2013. And those games, you guys let some of those games die and I don't forgive you. We could still be playing the Showdown Effect right now if you guys got on the Showdown Effect. The Showdown Effect was sick. It was like a PC Super Smash Brothers, like competitive Hotline Miami type thing. I'll play it right now. I think the servers went offline like 7 years ago or something like that, but I appreciate the spirit. To be fair, I gotta remember, a lot of people watching this were born in like 2005, so you were literally like 10 when the Showdown Effect came out. No, you were literally like 8 when the Showdown Effect came out. Which means, even if you wanted to get it, there was like no chance that you could have gotten it. Because what are you gonna do? Be like, I don't know if the climate's like that. Because back in the day, I used to have, you know, when you were a kid, this is like prepaid Visa debit cards. You would have to ask your mom, you're like, Mom, the Xbox Live subscription runs out. Can I borrow your credit card to play video games? But I don't know if you could, excuse me, I wanted to go in here. I don't know if you could do that for like a random game on Steam, bro. I had to beg for Club Penguin money. That's the way it should be though, because it means that you don't waste your money on like impulse purchases or your parents' money. You have to shame yourself by standing in front of them and being like, can I have some money for a toy? And then you have to explain the toy to them. And if you can't explain it, there's no money, man. I remember, so in the Scholastic book order, sometimes they would have computer games. And they wouldn't even tell you anything about the game, right? It would just be like the box art and the price. And I remember they had Star Wars TIE Fighter in one of the Scholastic book orders, and it was like $30. And I was like, Dad, can I please, I know I'm supposed to be buying books, can I please get Star Wars TIE Fighter? And he went, $30? I don't know, you already got a lot of games. And I said, please. And then he went, I don't think it's a good idea. And I like literally, I was probably in like the 4th grade. I think I literally cried. I cried on the couch. Like, my life is over if I can't get Star Wars TIE Fighter from the Scholastic Book Fair in 1998. Which is crazy because he probably saved me. I would probably have one of those like, you know the bald guys who have a ponytail? I think if I started playing Star Wars TIE Fighter back then, how does that work? Well, the hair at the back still grows. I still am stuck on bald guy with ponytail. I don't know what to tell you. If you've never seen it, you might have to look in the mirror. Bald guy with ponytail it's an archetype. And can I say that aesthetically, I'm not sure it's a great look, but I will say you're gonna take some of these character traits that I'm gonna list and you're gonna think that I'm listing them as flaws, but I'm not listing them as flaws. I'm listing them as traits. Could be flaws, could be positives. Really into open source software, really into the free and open source software movement. Probably got hired as like employee number 6 senior engineer or CTO of a startup and is now reconciling with the fact that he really thought that the slick dude who is the founder really wanted to change the world, but now that they've got that like Series A and Series B funding coming in, and it's like it's less about like how can I make our app more efficient, and it's more about like how can I generate more eyeballs on it. He's kind of suffering like a little bit of a crisis. Like that's not why he learned to program. He's in my chat telling me to use DuckDuckGo. Yeah. I used to think those were flaws, but we need those guys. We do need those guys, man. They gotta stop making like $100 million and then retiring. We need them. We need them in the workforce, man. He is the kind of guy that would reject the premise of a question. Absolutely. He's the kind of guy to say we could have both. Sales guys are the real heroes. That's bait. I do. Sales guy culture is really funny to me because I have to imagine when I like go into a store and buy something that I went into the store because I wanted to buy. But then after, I know that's, like if you buy a fridge at Best Buy or something, you know that dude's going into the break room after like, hey, guess who got another live one? Bring, Dave got a sale, bro. Oh, how'd you close him? How'd you close him? The dude came in and said, hey, I need a fridge. I said, check it out, our fridges are over here. He looked up 6 of them on his phone and then said, I'll take that one. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. You're the best to ever do it. Did they get the warranty? Well, no. And I'll tell you why I never buy the warranty. There's probably some situations where it makes sense, but I don't trust myself to maintain the warranty card or the information. It's kind of like one of the main reasons that I hope my house never burns down is because like I don't really know what the process is like for claiming that on insurance. Like I guess you would just call the insurance company and be like, my house burned down. And then they would be like, okay, what's your policy number? And I would be like, I don't know, it was in the house. And then they'd be like, okay, that's no problem, what's your address? And I'd be like, okay, wait a second, I just gotta go outside. Oh, wait, I don't know. I was gonna consult the number on the front of the house, but it burned down. Uber millennial that keeps his refrigerator box. Okay, can I just say, I think you've got a funny character there. That's not a millennial thing. That's a baby boomer Gen X thing. I've started throwing out the boxes to absolutely every single new product I get. My parents raised me to keep the box for everything because you never know when you might need it. And that caused trauma in me for a while that led me to never throw anything away. I've recently gotten over it. Because I think it's probably been at least a decade since I went, oh, thank God I've got that box around here somewhere. So I think at some point you just gotta choose, like, enough's enough, man. There's a tinted rock, bro. I just needed a second. I just needed a second. This is classic Isaac, though. When you lose one, you lose two. But now that we've lost one, we're running it back.
Christian Filter be like, you're on to something. Pray on my airplane, pray on my airplane, my God is there, my God is there. I feel like I'm reborn. And I like I'm reborn. And you gotta keep it in there. Kicking and screaming. You wanna read my scripture? You wanna read my scripture? I go to parties and sleep on the floor. I go to windows but only find doors. They think I'm crazy but I have a good time. Life's been good to me so far. That one John Lennon song about women. Women, I want to be a woman. I got the feeling of love. Yeah, you're talking to me. You see right through me. You got the visions of love. That one, he's a woman, you know what I mean. That's not what John Lennon sounds like. You got to set me free, yeah. And then